Oh, it must seem like old home week to you. First the Kilrathi Prince, and now Admiral Tolwyn. Who'll be next? Sorry. I know who you're thinking about.
Do you? You must be a mind reader.
No, I just know more about your history than you might be aware of. She's a colonel in covert ops, right?
How did you become such a student of history?
That was my weapon growing up. Being the girl, I had to have something to get an edge. And one thing I know about my history is that you and the Admiral have crossed paths more than a few times.
She can see Tolwyn's a jerk. It's none of her business. She can see Tolwyn's a jerk. Bumped heads is more like it. And he knows history too. Plus every rule and regulation.
He just doesn't know the human heart.
I can't argue with you there, Flint.
Welcome, Colonel. As you may or may not know, we are currently en route to the Torgo system, where we will rendezvous with destiny. Gentlemen, I give you the Confederation's finest achievement, the Behemoth. After a decade of secret research and development, our greatest minds have created the device that will spell doom for the Kilrathi. Behemoth is a series of linked, superconducting energy amplification conduits, focusing an output of 500 million gigawatts into one lancing point. Any target at the end of that point is destroyed.
Even a planet?
Yes, Captain. Even a planet. We would have liked another year or two for testing and development, but unfortunately, circumstances have forced me to deploy the weapon now.
And might I ask why, Admiral?
Well, you should know the answer to that more than anyone else, Colonel. The classified and bitter truth is that Confed has been losing the war this past year. If the current trend continues, the Kilrathi will be walking on the Earth in 6 months, maybe less. So, the Behemoth must be pressed into service earlier than anticipated. Because of this accelerated deployment, the ship's defensive systems are, well, how can I put this, somewhat incomplete. There are a few soft spots located here and here. Where the shields are thin, there's been no time to complete keel mounts or laser turrets. I expect you to be especially aware of these areas, Colonel. It'll be your job to protect and defend this ship. This should be looked upon as the Confederation's last-ditch effort to win the war outright. Yes? Yes, thank you. I understand. Thank you. Well, the download is complete. We have arrived at Torgo, gentlemen, where I had hoped for a nice, smooth rendezvous with the Behemoth. But as is their wont, the Kilrathi have spoiled the party. Colonel, this is undoubtedly the most important mission you've ever flown in your life. You must defend the Behemoth at all costs. I want a magnum launch. All fighters up. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
top monkeys!
Bogeys in sight.
I hate easy targets. Break and attack.
Taking it to him.
Take this and the top monkeys! I have dishonored my clan!
Come on, let's... Come on, let's kill rats.
I can't shake this cat.
Bogeys in sight.
Take this and the top monkeys!
Return to base.
That's a negatory. Break and attack.
Taking it to him.
Mission objectives accomplished.
help, buddy.
Bogeys in sight.
You pathetic descendant of monkeys!
Break and attack.
Taking it to him.
Cheated of my victory!
Woo! On,
clearance, TCS Victory.
Colonel, you've just confirmed my belief that you and the Victory were the correct choices for this undertaking. The Behemoth requires...
Pretty slick flying, sir.
Thanks, Chief.
My, Grandma, what a big gun you have.
They don't get any bigger.
That's what they all say. Talk is cheap. Maybe you haven't noticed, but the shields on this thing are really thin. I guess it sucks up so much juice that the usual standard equipment gets shortchanged.
That's probably in the specs for next year's model.
Yeah, and Christmas tree lights, too.
I suppose this wouldn't interest you.
Coded transmissions?
Yeah, about 1 million of them. And they're weird, too, not the usual codings. I can't even begin to break them.
Lieutenant, we have an admiral on board. Now, his transmissions are supposed to be coded.
Colonel, I've been around high rankers before. This is definitely different.
Damn Tolwyn. He's always got something up his sleeve. Are you sure about this?
Sir, I know there are times when you think I'm a little crazy, but I do know my job.
Well, keep me posted.
Yes, sir.
Ah, our local hero. Well, I must say that so far I'm very impressed you haven't lost your touch.
May we speak privately, Admiral?
Get it off your chest, Colonel.
Sir, it's a little unclear to me precisely what your status is aboard this ship.
Look, I took the helm of the Behemoth project 10 years ago.
And there's no intention to usurp command?
I'd be a little more careful regarding my choice of words, Colonel. Admirals, by definition, do not usurp. I thought at long last we'd achieved a measure of respect for each other. Obviously, I was wrong. You may realize by now that your assignment here was a little more than merely fortuitous.
We're headed to kill Raw with that thing, aren't we?
Well, what would you aim for if you had the biggest gun in the universe?